Tons of new content in Hockey Ultimate Team, ranging from an 88 overall Ryan Reeves to an X Factor choice pack in the new XP path. We got a milestone Victor Hedman that looks solid. And on top of that, all of the upgrades from Saturday's game day cards have all been processed. Let's break it down. So first up, we've got our new Quest for 99 level 15, which will require you to trade in 10 80 overall and above player items, as well as 10 XP collectibles. This is 100% one of the better values that you're going to see from this path. Anytime that you can get a very discounted X Factor choice pack is going to be a win, especially if you don't have Connor McDavid. So you definitely want to do this as quick as possible. If you want to see who I got, wait for the next episode of No Money Spent. That'll come out Thursday afternoon. Next up, let's take a look at our game day cards. If you watched my video before the weekend, I recommended a few cards from the game day sets because I thought they were pretty decent value as they went a +1 overall for each hit they got in their Saturday matchup. Jeremy Lauzon was one of the cards I recommended simply because he had so many hits per game on the season, and he paid off. He had 5, he got up to an 87 overall with defensive defenseman as well as checking boost, and they gave him gold truculence. Now, I'll be honest with you, you're probably not going to use this card if you are someone that is a more competitive player. He's just very slow, but he's not all that bad. If you play squad battles or even in the lower divisions, it really doesn't matter. 99 body checking is 99 body checking, even with 86 speed. However, the real value from these cards comes from the fact that you can now trade them in for a future set. So if you bought Jeremy Lauzon or made him, it cost about 11,000 either to purchase from the auction house or in value if you already have the cards available to you. 87s are going for about 40,000 coins right now. So you more than made up your cost with this one card. The other card I recommended was the Dakota Joshua. He went up to an 86 because he had 4 hits. Again, gold truculence, power forward, and checking boost. 85 speed and acceleration. Again, not all that crazy when it comes to the skating and actual usefulness of the card, but he is massive, and you could pair him with one of the prototype cards that we're going to talk about a little bit later on, and you might have a mean forward line. 86s are going for about 26,000 coins, so again, if it cost you 11 to make and you made 26, you're way into the green. Now, don't forget, there are more game day cards for this Wednesday, December 13th, that will receive a boost for every hit they get in the game. However, I took a look at all of their hitting metrics. They're all averaging well under 3, which is what you would need them to hit to at least return any value at all. It would be a loss if they don't get to an 85, and these guys just don't hit nearly as much as some of the ones that we had from the weekend, so I would pass on all these 4 options. Now, we also got some new prototype cards, 6 enforcers that have 99 body checking, aggression, strength, and fighting skill, including an 88 overall Ryan Reeves that's actually pretty gross. We will start first with the 86 Nick Delorier from the Philadelphia Flyers. I want to mention, if you are a fan of any of these teams and you are building a theme team, you are probably not going to see these players receive cards that are this good for a very long time. Potentially not at all. So if you are building a theme team, you definitely want to try and acquire these. Nick Delorier is 6'1", 220 with Enforcer Forward and Checking Boost. Remember, Enforcer Forward does get a +2 to speed. It is very difficult to activate Enforcer Forward, however. Gold Truculence is awesome. He already has 99 body checking, though. And Back At You is going to be a lot of fun with this card. Keep in mind, the discipline on these cards matters. The lower the discipline rating, the higher chance that you will get called for charging, boarding, elbowing, all of that. So just be aware of that. Absolutely loved watching Rob Ray grow up as a kid from Southern Ontario. He's got Enforcer Forward and Checking Boost, Gold Truculence, and Back At You. Again, 88 speed if you can get Enforcer Forward activated, but more than likely you won't be able to. And again, same kind of build. Max body checking is devastating. I wouldn't have many of these cards on my team, but to have one that even without truculence will allow you to throw pretty much anyone off the puck, whether it be on the penalty kill, something like that, is a pretty fun build, especially if you're building a Sabre theme team. Next, we've got the 87 Marty McSorley, 6'2", 235, the right-handed defenseman. He's got Enforcer Defenseman, a little bit easier to activate. It only requires 3. As well as Checking Boost, Gold Truculence, and Bouncer. Not a bad skater either. 87 speed and acceleration. His hand stats are absolutely brutal, and defensive awareness is a little low, but still, a defenseman with 99 body checking at this stage of the game is just such an advantage. Curtis McDermott from the Colorado Avalanche, 6'5", 233, Enforcer Defenseman. If you can get 3 Enforcer Defensemen, he's got 89 speed. Again, 99 body checking, only 85 defensive awareness and stick checking, but let's be honest, you're probably not having having any of these guys intercept the pass when it's forced right through your crease anyways. And Gold Truculence. This is actually a very good card. Bob Probert is our 88 overall. It's 6'3", 225. The Enforcer forward, again, has that +2 to skating, as well as checking boost, but he's got 85 speed and acceleration, as well as 95 balance. His shot is pretty rough in terms of accuracy. His deking is 80, so you're not moving anywhere. Great checking stats, and good stick checking and defensive awareness as well for a forward. He does have back at you and bouncer. Not huge on bouncer, but back at you I think is pretty useful, especially if you can reverse hit. And then truculence as well. Great card. And then we've got the 88 Ryan Reaves. If you are a Leafs fan, you are in luck. Because if you can get Enforcer forward activated, he's got 90 speed. 6'2", 225, 88 acceleration, 95 balance. His shot has 90 power, only 84 accuracy. Hand stats are all about 85. Again, checking is maxed. A very fun card. And honestly, someone who watches the Leafs a lot, I will probably grab this Ryan Reaves card simply to put him on my 4th line, just to cause some havoc and kill penalty. Now, unfortunately, you are not able to make these cards in any sets. You are going to have to purchase them from the auction house, so keep that in mind. It's more than likely going to cost you a bunch just because they are pretty rare. Taking a look at some of the new milestone cards, we've got an 82 Cal Clutterbuck for 1,000 games. But we've also got Matt Duchene, always a great budget beast in HUT, simply because of his skating. He's got playmaking forward, 91 speed, 90 acceleration as an 83 overall card. You're going to be able to get him for a bottom barrel price. So if you are someone who's slowly building up a team, you don't get to play a ton, this is a great value card. We've also got John Tavares for his 1,000th point, getting sniper forward and shooting boost, raising his shooting attributes into the low to mid 90s. Goldborn leader and silver snipe. His skating is always rough, but 87 speed is passable, especially because he is playing center. It's the position where you don't really need speed as much. 88 face-offs is great. Hate the defensive awareness and body checking, but he is pretty big, and his hand stats aren't bad. I know there's a lot of Leaf fans out there. This John Tavares is a pretty decent card. Next, we've got the 88 Victor Hedman. 6'7", 244 with two-way defenseman and shooting boost. 87 speed and acceleration with 86 agility at 6'7" is nuts. On top of that, you can throw elite edges on him and be able to cut left and right with the best of them. Remember, elite edges will stay active even without the puck. He's got 96 defensive awareness with two-way defenseman activated, and 95 stick checking with one of the biggest reaches in the game with the best zone ability for defensemen in shutdown. This is going to be a great card for a while. And then on to some of the more impressive live moment cards. We've got an 88 Mikko Rantanen, 6'4", 215 with sniper forward, as well as shooting boost and playmaking boost. So shooting boost can get his shot even better. 87 speed and acceleration, 89 agility. Hand stats all in the 90s. Gold unstoppable force, which is nuts to combine with 6'4", 215. This is essentially the master set Jaromir Jagr from the Gallery of Greats event, but he's also got Make It Snappy and 1T. So he's going to absolutely rifle pucks to the net. Actually, this combo is hilarious because it essentially makes every shot you throw towards the net one that has a little bit more gas on it, aside from wrist shot. We've also got our 5th Noah Dobson card. 6'4", 194 with two-way defenseman and shooting boost. This is still a great card. 88 speed, acceleration, agility, balance with 93 defensive awareness, 88 body checking, and he's 6'4" with gold heat seeker, which I've been messing around with in the practice lab. I'll have a video out on it shortly. With the buff to the range of it, it's actually pretty nasty. And silver shutdown. Great card here. And then lastly, we've got the 90 overall Elias Pettersson with sniper forward and playmaker, as well as shooting boost and playmaking boost. Gold 1T, silver unstoppable force, and elite edges, which is a nice combo. I'll say this, my personal experience with Pettersson cards, every time I have used him, even though he is 6'2", he's only 176, he gets thrown off the puck, so you more than likely will have to use unstoppable force. But he's got great attributes across the board. Only 86 face-offs, but you can get away with that if you know the counters very well, and only 82 endurance. So unless you're a Canucks fan, I'd pass. That's going to do it for the content today. Let me know what you think in the comments section down below, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one.